Crimson Alizarin. I wetted that. I don't know if it's still wet. I'm going to put some paint on this. It's good this because I'm not quite sure this paper how much water it will take. And the sad things, not sad things, one of the things which I've noticed on the Appalachian Trail, I'm not going to have all my bushes with me. I've got to learn to make use of what I've got. And that's that comes put in some alizarin. I'll put in some red. And I'll make that little negative area there. Interesting to see how this dries. And then I've got this, I'm going to have to turn that upside down because I've got this whole mass of fur there. I just get wet again, so it's not. I know what I'm doing, believe me. I'd much rather be painting on watercolour when I'm out and about, but I'm not going to be able to. Not all the time. A bit more colour. See, I've got to learn to put more colour in. This is what I was saying when I was out the other day, is that I need to take some more colour, because with cartridge paper, even good quality like this, you really need to not be worried about laying some paint down. Thick paint. You haven't got the tooth of the paper to help you, like you have when using watercolour paper. You've really got to get the paint down, I think, anyway. There might be others that disagree with me. That's fine. In fact, I don't give a damn. I've had a bad morning this morning dealing. I thought I'd deal with that scammer just to let her know she was just talking bollocks to people. It still leaves a bad mouth, a taste in your mouth, having dealing with these people. But the indignity that they show after. How dare you accuse me of being a scammer? That she did that little shock imaging, that little shocked man. And I said, I've reported you and blocked you. I've never been blocked in all my life. I've never been so insulted. Right. Don't have to. I don't know what I'm aiming for really. I'm aiming for like, maybe I'm aiming for too high. I don't want it to be a full watercolour. I just want to get a nice impression down that I can work from later. See, with watercolour, all this, all that different greens are easier to show. One thing I don't like about going away out the studio I'm going to be away for nearly 3 months, and it's just that your gear doesn't get used. It doesn't get bushes don't get washed out. And it's not an ideal situation. I get a bit worried about. Things like that. See, bushes get a bit stiff. You don't know what's on them. You don't know what you haven't washed out. I will wash them before going, but I come in with a thicker paint. Maybe start with a thicker paint. I really should be just painting with the bushes I'm going to take on the Appalachian Trail. Yeah. A bit more paint. These distant trees there. No add edges, hopefully. Not there, here, there. That's a darker. Where the woodland stops and the field begins. There's all kinds of stuff in there. Don't want the paint too wet. I just have to keep picking it up and placing it in other places. Really, really dry paint in there. And start changing the colours a little bit. That tree line. There's another tree line over here, but I'm not going to worry too much about that detail. So let that dry ish. I need to mix myself up a brown grey, and this paint needs to be almost dry. I've got to practice these. Push 2. Let's try a rigger. You'd think I'd know by now, wouldn't you? Which bushes to go directly to and which ones will do what. The idea, this is still a sketch, remember, but I don't like that. I don't like that effect. Let the trees off in that distance there. I think the pencil lines are not the best of ideas as well. They're not a good idea to put too many pencil lines in. They kind of confuse you for the real painting. It looks a bit of a mess, but it gives me details, you see. I know what's in here for a drawing later. It's all part of the big plan. Path. Get my red notice board here. That'll do. No swimming. You swim in here, you risk life and risk your health. The problem with sketching is the paper takes a lot longer to dry than watercolour. It's an interesting effect, isn't it? It's wrong colour. Now let that dry. I think let that dry for a little bit. Oh no, what I want to put in. Well, surprise, surprise. These big shadows across there. A solid colour, any dark colour really. Have a look at me David Bellamy videos. He's good at doing these distant trees. I'll have to get back in. But again, you see, it's all about the water. It's all about the paper, and I can't take a load of different paper with me. It's the weight. I've just got to go with a sketchbook and then sketch back home. Yeah. And then if I really wanted to could have a figure. Dog. I hate doing dogs. Bit detailing that later. No, she looks like she's carrying something. She's not part of that at all. Right, that's just a follow-up from the video I did. I can put that on fast. Show it. Not great, but you know, if you're out in the sticks, if you're out doing that, if you get to this level and just do something like that when you're out camping, you're not doing too bad.